Back in January 2022, I made a video called The Best Game of 2021, and it's just about the movement shooter Severed Steel. I called the game the crown jewel of the year for me, and you know what? As the end of 2023 approaches, and as some very big AAA games come out, it's a little hard to keep up with the current going-ons as a little indie game. But you know what? They did it! My biggest gripe in the first video with Severed Steel was that it was too short. Since then, they have done 2 full updates entirely dedicated to expanding the campaign. That's wonderful, sure, don't get me wrong. But what about the replayability? Because, you know, once you beat the game's campaign, sure, you can just keep playing it, but what if we add more achievements, or unlockables, or like a challenge mode for people to compete on a leaderboard, and it's like it's updated daily? Or we could add 5 like mini campaigns, or like an entire roguelike mode, and we call it Rogue Steel. Or we could add all of that, which they did. On top of all of this new content, the game is finally, once again, independently owned and published, meaning that the content can come out quicker and more frequently. Really, this video is just dipping back into the old koijesus roots to let you know that this game that I loved 2 years ago is still going, still adding new stuff, and is somehow even better than it was whenever I made my video about how much I love it. Doing Rogue Steel runs up to this point has been rough, because normally I'll boot into a run, get halfway through, and then need to end, but now they just put out an update where you can get halfway through, close the game, open it later, and pick right back up on your run where you left off. Adding a roguelike mode to the most crisp movement shooter that I have ever played, amazing move. In Rogue Steel, you play through different levels, including over 20 full levels that are specific to the Rogue Steel mode. And after completing each level, you get to pick a card that will affect the rest of your run. Things like the floor being lava, your health being halved, doors exploding when you kick them, or only having 1 bullet in your gun. And that's just a few of them. I've already established the movement aspects in the first video, but again, this is a movement shooter. You can run, slide, dive, wall run, double or triple jump, and you even have a 360-degree movement while in the air. So yeah, when a guy shoots a missile at you, you can, in fact, enter slow-mo, do a quintuple backflip over the missile, and then shoot the guy from 20 feet away while you're upside down. It is the most cinematic movement shooter I've ever played when it comes to feeling tight and raw. It's awesome. I can't in good conscience say that it compares even slightly to the roguelike aspects of things like Risk of Rain or Noida, but it is a really, really, really good alternative mode to just keep playing Severed Steel with. When the first video came out, I think I had maybe 10 or 15 hours in the game, and since Rogue Steel has come out, I've put another 20 hours in. It's just so easy to open up, do a run, and have a good time. The one thing that I haven't done much of at the time of writing, that I'm working on, is complete the new campaign. It's so much longer than the original draft. The original took me like 2 hours the first time I played it. And now I'm 2 hours into the new one, and it doesn't even seem like I'm halfway through. I don't know, maybe I'm just bad. With all that being said, Severed Steel is still the best movement shooter that I've ever played. Its soundtrack, the controls, the roguelike mode, the new leaderboard for a daily challenge, the new unlockables, more achievements, and even more updates on the way make Severed Steel an instant classic in my eyes. Somehow even more so than I thought it was 2 years ago. Matt, I'm pretty sure your name's Matt. That's what it looks like on Twitter anyway. I'm hoping you made it here, buddy. Add a feature where I can watch my playthrough of a level at full speed without the slow-mo. I just want to see Steel like get funky and custom with it. Yeah, thanks, buddy. Anyway, go play Severed Steel and tell them that koijesus sent you. For real.